What's going on, folks? Let's talk about some valuable state quarters to look for in your pocket change that could be worth more than face value. So I think there's like 19 or 20 on this list. It's good ones to look for. There are some kind of unicorn ones on the list that are thousands of dollars, but there's quite a few of them on here that are legitly ones that you can come across or many people have come across. And I want to touch on different ones that aren't just ridiculous error coins. There are also some proof coins, and then just some varieties and oddities that are fun to look for that are worth a little bit more than the regular value of 25 cents, or I think are going to get more valuable over time. So, what are we looking for? There's a few different things we'll talk about as far as valuable ones, but we're looking for minting errors, proof coins, kind of special edition or kind of one-offs, as well as low mintage ones. So let's touch on that real quick. Minting errors are just that, coins with errors, such as double dies, strike issues, clip planchets, things that are less rare and more rare. Low mintage numbers are just that as well. They have a few coins produced comparatively to the other quarters of similar type. Proof coins are ones that are struck specifically for collectors or for the collector market. And you can generally buy these at the time of release and after, but usually you can get kind of the best deals, and proof coins generally go up in value over time. They feature a polished finish, and they're a bit more desirable than just the standard old coin. And then special editions are coins, of course, that are part of special programs, events, and a lot of these are seen growing in value even if they're not oddity coins or error coins or anything like that, but just especially as complete sets, usually gain value. So let's start off with the one from my home state, which is the 2001 D North Carolina State Quarter. Now these have a low mintage, so with the limited mintage on these, especially in high grades, you can see them go in crazy numbers like $2,000. But usually for a few $100s, even for kind of a mid-MS grade, and by mid, really kind of upper in the 50s and 60s. And sometimes, like I said, at auction, you can see these go for thousands of dollars. I think currently there's a record auction price well over $4,000. Next on the list is the 2008 D Arizona, which is another great quarter because it has an error on it, or known error. This is a design error, it's a misstruck error. And these are not really worth a crazy amount of money as the error on these is kind of light. But on this 2008 D Arizona quarter, you can generally sell these with the error of a misstrike on them for around $35 or $40. The next one that I think is kind of neat is the 1999 D Georgia State Quarter. In high grades, these can just get a really high value, as seen in auction. Only a few years ago, one sold for over $4,200. So these are another one of those coins that I think, due to kind of a limited mintage, but also a like design, these can see really high values when you go to resell them, especially if they're graded. The 1999 S New Jersey Proof Coin is one that's just steadily grown in value since its release. These silver proof coins are really, really good looking. They have a great design, and they can be valued around $50 to $80 currently, sometimes even more. The 2000 D New Hampshire State Quarter is one of those coins that, when seen in high grade, can really sell for a good value. Ones that are close to mint state can sell for even close to $2,000. But definitely in the few hundreds of dollars when you see them in pretty good grades like MS64 or higher. The 1999 D New Jersey State Quarter is another error coin you can keep an eye out for, as there's known errors on this like misstrikes and double dies. These range in value depending on how dramatic the error is, but you can see these sell for anywhere between $40 and $200 or $300. The 2005 P California Quarter is another one that can get really, really good value. Many people love the design on this coin, and the 2005 P California coins in grades such as MS68 or higher have been seen selling in a range of $1,000 to over $2,000. The 2003 P main quarter is known for having minting errors, especially around the trees on the coin, and these can sell for anywhere between $10 and $150 depending on how dramatic that is. The 2001 P New York State quarter has a really high demand, and this is mainly due to a limited amount of almost mint state or mint state specimens that are out there. So ones that have really high grades are seen selling between $3,000 and $5,000. The 2000 P Massachusetts state quarters are also kind of known for the same thing, as the Minuteman design on the coin is really sought after and really liked, and these 2000 P Massachusetts coins generally sell in the $1,500 to $3,000 range when they're graded really high. The 2004 P Texas state quarter is pretty much the same story for that, as well as the 2006 D North Dakota state coins. All of these in MS68 or higher can be seen selling over $1,000. Some of them are even seen selling in auctions in the $3,000 or more range. The 2001 P Kentucky state quarter has a limited amount of them that you see going in the MS69 grades or higher, so those with higher grades are just kind of limited out there on the marketplace, and these 2001 P Kentucky state coins can sell for a lot of money. Some of them have been seen selling over $4,000 in auction, and many of them are well in the $1,000 range when you see them sell even in lower grades than MS69. 2002 D Indiana state coins are allowing us to go back to the error coins to look for, as engraving errors with the car symbol on the coin are known to exist. Now they are few and far between, however, when you do see these selling online, they go well over $3,000, some of which have even sold as much as $5,000 or $6,000. The 1999 S Pennsylvania state quarters in a proof finish are really sought after. These can sell close to $100 all day if they're in good condition, and they're just a great coin to add to any of the collections, but especially if you want to collect all the proof coins from this series of quarters. The 2000 P South Carolina Mule coin is another one of those that can go for a ridiculous amount. There's ones that have sold in auction close to $10,000, and it features the obverse of a Sacagawea dollar. This is that unicorn coin, or one of them that I was mentioning in the beginning of the video, so don't hold your breath on finding one of these. However, there are ones that have been found that have sold as little as $500 or $600, but those are so rare that nowadays you're going to see them graded and you're going to see them sell in the thousands of dollars. The 2009 D District of Columbia is another great quarter because it holds a double die as an error that you can find on these coins. There's doubling in the letters ELL and on the keys of the piano, and these regularly sell in the $100 to $200 region. The 2005 Minnesota coin has the same type of error with a double die error in the trees on the coin and sells for a similar value, generally around $100 to $200. We're down to the last two on the list, guys, so I appreciate you following this video. Hopefully you hit subscribe if you enjoy really anything collectible. I'm a nerd for pretty much anything from books to vinyls to, of course, coins and currency. So check out my channel if you want to see anything else related to collectibles or learn about currency. But the second to last coin is the 1999 P Delaware State Quarter. This one is another one of those funny errors that's out there, and they're not worth a ridiculous amount, but there's an error where it looks like the horse is spitting on the coin, and these can sell for around the $20 to $50 region, depending on the condition. The last on the list is the 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter. I left this to be last because it's just one of those that you hear about all the time, so, you know, here we are. But it is one to mention. But the 2004 D Wisconsin Quarter, they feature kind of two different versions of the same error, which is an extra leaf on the corn stalk. There are two versions of this. They're both featured here in the video, and they generally sell for between about $100 and $300, but there are versions of this in really good condition that have sold in upwards of $1,500 to $2,000. Let me know what you think about these valuable state quarters. Let me know what you look for when you go through your currency if you like banknotes, and mainly, let me know what you've come across in your coin and banknote searches lately. I will talk to you guys in the comments. I'll see you there, and I'll see you in the next video.